There's an anime that has over 58,000 people demanding it be canceled and remade. Not because the story is bad, not because the voice acting is terrible, but because fans feel so betrayed by what they got. They'd rather wait 10 years for a proper adaptation than watch another episode. Welcome back to Anime Analyzer, and today we need to talk about The Beginning After the End, one of the most controversial anime releases of 2025. An incredible story brought to life with animation so bad it's being compared to PowerPoint presentations. Let's be honest about what's really going on with this adaptation. The Beginning After the End should have been huge. We're talking about a web novel that's gotten over 62 million views on Tapas, makes almost $500,000 a month globally, and has a fan base that rivals Solo Leveling. The story itself? Genuinely compelling. King Grey, the most powerful warrior in his world, dies and is reborn as Arthur Lewin, an infant in a magical fantasy world called Dickathan. But here's what makes it different from typical isekai. Arthur actually has to experience childhood again. With all his adult memories and battle experience trapped in a baby's body, he gets a second chance at life, this time with a loving family he never had before. The source material explores what it means to start over. Arthur learns magic, discovers he has a talent for mana manipulation, bonds with a dragon companion named Sylvie, and slowly realizes that power isn't everything when you have people who genuinely love you. It's heartwarming, it's epic, and the manhwa adaptation by Fuyuki23 is beautifully illustrated. Fans waited years for this anime, the hype was real, and then Studio ACAT delivered, well, let's just say the fans were not happy. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. The animation quality is the worst I've seen from a major Crunchyroll release in years. We're not talking could be better. We're talking slideshow-level animation that makes fans genuinely angry. Fight scenes? Static images with panning cameras and motion lines. Characters moving? Minimal keyframes that look janky and incomplete. Action sequences that should be intense? They literally feel like you're flipping through manga panels rather than watching animation. One reviewer said they saw maybe 5 frames of actual animation across 40 minutes, and honestly, that's not much of an exaggeration. The CGI for monsters and creatures looks cheap. Character models go off-model mid-conversation like different teams drew them. When there is movement, it's stiff and lacks the fluidity you expect from modern anime. Comparing this to Solo Leveling's animation, which came out around the same time and also adapts a manhwa, is just depressing. Fans have called it disrespectful to the source material. One petition signature read, "When I saw the first episode, it genuinely ruined my week. When I saw the second episode, I vowed not to watch the third because of how upsetting it was to sit through." And here's the thing. Even reviewers who want to be kind about it can't ignore the elephant in the room. Now, with all that said, let me be clear. The Beginning After the End isn't completely unwatchable, and the story itself still has merit. The emotional core works. Arthur's relationship with his parents, Reynolds and Alice, is genuinely heartwarming. Watching someone who lived a cold, loveless life as a king experience unconditional parental love for the first time hits differently. The family dynamics are well written, and the voice actors do a decent job conveying those emotions even when the animation doesn't support them. The world building is solid. The magic system with mana cores, augmenters versus conjurers, and the concept of mana rotation is explained clearly. The political structure with different races, humans, elves, dwarves, having distinct cultures and tensions adds depth. Some episodes fare better than others. Episode 3, which was more dialogue-heavy and focused on character moments rather than action, actually received more positive feedback because the lack of animation is less noticeable when characters are just talking. And for what it's worth, the opening song is decent, and the story pacing, while criticized by some, does try to let moments breathe rather than rushing through everything. If you've never read the source material and you're only judging this as an anime on its own merits, divorced from expectations, you might find it serviceable. The story carries it. But that's a big if. The backlash has been unprecedented. Within days of episode 2 airing, a Change.org petition demanding the anime be canceled and remade hit 7,000 signatures, then 11,000, then 40,000. At the time I'm recording this, it's past 58,000 signatures. 58,000 people. That's not a small vocal minority, that's a movement. Even TurtleMe, the creator of the original series, had to step in and make a public statement on Reddit. He defended the production team, explaining that original authors have very little say in anime adaptations, and asked fans to be respectful, but he also acknowledged the disappointment. The petition creator even updated their message to clarify they're not attacking TurtleMe or even demanding cancellation anymore. They just want better animation for future seasons. Crunchyroll released a corporate statement acknowledging the feedback. Studio ACAT has remained silent. And meanwhile, the anime continues to air weekly to an increasingly divided audience. On Crunchyroll, the show has a 4-star rating with about 40,000 reviews. Notably fewer than the petition signatures. The sad reality is that this controversy might overshadow what could have been a breakout hit. So should you watch The Beginning After the End? Here's my honest answer. If you're curious about the story and you can tolerate genuinely subpar animation, there's something here worth experiencing. The narrative has heart, the world is interesting, and Arthur's journey from cold king to someone learning to love is compelling. But if you value production quality, if you were excited for this specifically because you wanted to see the manhwa brought to life in animated glory, you're going to be disappointed, deeply disappointed. Read the manhwa or web novel instead. Experience the story the way it deserves to be experienced, with art that does it justice. The Beginning After the End anime is a masterclass in how animation quality can make or break an adaptation. Is it the worst anime ever made? No. But is it a massive missed opportunity that disrespected its fanbase? Unfortunately, yes. If Studio ACAT and Crunchyroll are listening, and that's a big if, maybe Season 2 can learn from this disaster. This has been Anime Analyzer with the harsh truth. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you part of the 58,000, or are you one of the fans still enjoying it despite everything? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.